Welcome to Afghanistan. Bullet-ridden walls and buildings cover most of Kabul, Afghanistan. War is something the Afghans know well. Terrorists burned down 187 schools and killed 85 students and teachers across Afghanistan. And still, women are determined to go to school, and their numbers are skyrocketing. We're at the epicenter of the earthquake here in Port-au-Prince. Children injured in the earthquake are set up in a clinic outside of the orphanage both day and night. There it is. Doesn't look that great, but it's energy and it's protein and gives you strength. Yeah, not bad. Bulletproof glass help keep the soldiers safe from an outside attack. As Senator Barack Obama walks by greeting. I'm doing well, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling really good.
Senator, do you have a long-term plan for the gas prices? What can we do in the short term?
Well, short term, what I'd like to see is...
So you think the gas tax holiday, is that more of a, are you saying more of a gimmick than it is
a stunt? It's what Washington does.
Many of the people here have been without work for months, some even longer than a year. They say they're not looking for a handout. They're just looking for a job. Several search crews were called to the scene early this morning, including the Evansville Fire Department. The rekindled fire at the old MG Meats packing plant has the town on a voluntary evacuation. Fire Chief Pete Lewis is with me. Joshua Newcomb's parents say he and the person suspected of shooting Joshua Orr, were friends at one time. Joshua Orr was about a quarter-mile away, right through those trees. It's more than 2 miles of road has to be dug up more than 20 feet deep for the piping. The Hotel McCurdy was the ultimate in travel comfort in the days before chain and boutique hotels. The hotel opened its doors June 17th, 1917. The new owners say the building was built to stand the test of time, and they hope to continue its legacy for the next 100 years. Congress is gearing up for a vote expected Saturday on its proposed 10-year, $1.2 trillion version of the health care overhaul bill. There are still many sticking points that need to be hammered out before the vote, including taxpayer-funded abortion. Here to talk about the bill is 8th District Congressman Brad Ellsworth. Welcome, Congressman. Well, Congressman, there's 2 amendments floating around out there. One, the National Right to Life Committee is urging Congress to not adopt your proposal, but rather Representative Bart Stupak's amendment. Why is that, and how does Stupak's amendment differ from yours? Do you believe enrollees should have a government mandate to pay for abortions? Or will you vote for such a measure?
Running the bulls in Spain takes a terrifying turn on its final day.
Ouch. Government officials say a bull rammed his horns into the groin of a British tourist. Ouch. Yeah, just one of 11 people injured at the famous festival. 421-7287. Be the first caller, and you get your pair of free tickets to the Ultimate Elvis Tour concert tonight. I'm going to hand these to you. Okay, man. And this is a little Elvis. I'm going to do my thing. Stop, God Almighty, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dews. I've been down on a bending knee, talking to the man from Galilee. My God spoke, and he spoke so sweet. I thought I heard the shuffle of angels' feet. He put a one hand upon my head, and great God Almighty, let me tell you what he said.
Note the lovely feet work Mr. Claspell has today. Shoulders down, sir. Oh, okay.
Okay, this is a little unnerving. We've got bats flying everywhere.
It's not nerve-wracking for me. I've done it for years.
It's just easier to work the bees, but when you first start, I would recommend the gloves.
Now, Paul, do you ever get in a suit and you say, you start going to slow mo, and you say, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. You ever just like walk around and do that?
There has been a few times when I got in that suit and forget to fasten this little piece of Velcro.
Yeah.
Guys, pack it up.
Oh, cheap shot there on you. They don't scare me, Painbow. You don't scare me. There you go. If I stay in front of them, they can't catch me, right? So I'll go as fast as I can. Oh! Hey, that was dirty. I almost bit it. Welcome back to AM Evansville. I'm Jason Claspell, live out at Kitchen Affairs, one of my most favorite places to be, with Shelly. Good morning, Shelly.
Good morning.
All right, so we've got 2 things going on. First is dessert.
Yeah, look what's
Boy, that thickened up quick.
That thickened
All right, Matt, thanks for that. We're live at Skin Illusions Tattoo in Boonville. Robert Hepner, better known as Tattoo Bob across the industry. Well, what are we doing here?
Well, we're going to put a little corporate logo on you, and I think we got it. There you go.
Right. Depending on how you look at it, it's 7 for Fox 7 or This way, it's L for Andy Overton calls it L for loser. So yeah, look at this. This is your Lederhosens from the younger
look like
days.
one of the old crowd balls around here.
Well, yeah, I like the outfit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I even got the shoes going for me here.
I like the shoes.
Yeah. And they call them fancy pants.
Fancy pants. That's what they call them.
Evansville police arrest a man for attempted murder after they say he stabbed another man for talking to his ex-girlfriend. Jacory Coates is charged with attempted murder and aggravated battery with a knife on Henry Newton. According to police reports, Newton was talking to Coates' ex-girlfriend, Lindsay Breeding, when Coates ran up and stabbed Newton in the chest. The incident happened near Luca's apartments on Baker Avenue. Breeding told police that Coates is jealous of other males she talks with. Newton lost a lot of blood after the stabbing and was given a blood transfusion at Deaconess Hospital. Indiana State Police arrested Gibson County couple for dealing meth in front of their children. Terry and Alpha Goodwin are charged with dealing methamphetamine near a school and 3 counts of child neglect. Troopers say Terry was found hiding underneath his daughter's crib when they entered the home at 520 East Emerson Street in Princeton. The Goodwins' 3 daughters were at the home during their parents' arrest. The Gibson County Division of Family and Children took custody of all 3 girls. Attorneys in the Jeffrey Weishaupt case have asked for a change of venue. They say they want the trial to be held in a different county due to the widespread coverage of the case. Weishaupt is the Evansville man accused of lighting his house on fire back in mid-April when his girlfriend's children were inside. That fire killed Lisa Lynch's 2 kids, Alyssa and Caleb. Vanderbilt County Prosecutor Stan Lefkoe plans to seek the death penalty if Weishaupt is convicted. The man accused of killing a 16-year-old Mount Vernon girl was in court this morning. Officials say a love triangle may have caused Joshua Fairley to murder Haley Green. On June 24th, officers found the 2 with gunshot wounds to their heads at a home on the 2100 block of West Virginia. Detectives say Green suspected Fairley was in a relationship with another woman and busted a window to get into his home. There was a struggle and shots were fired. Medical officials say it's possible Fairley may not remember what happened. Getting into Port-au-Prince was hectic. We drove to the heart of the capital, where it's estimated that more than 200,000 people died in the quake. We're near the epicenter of the earthquake here in Port-au-Prince, and this is really the central area where medical aid is being delivered to the people that were hurt. This is also the area where we were able to donate some of the medical supplies that people across the tri-state gave to Bosco. Bosco team members Matt Benson and Tommy Files works for an air ambulance service. They've seen plenty of trauma on those runs, but they say they weren't prepared for what they found at Hades Hospital.
Pretty amazing the amount of people in here and the conditions compared to what we're used to.
This is definitely the epicenter for injury. It's definitely a place where there's lots of need for our type of work.
Volunteers set up triage tents. Medical waste was piled up in corners. Flies infested many of the patients' wounds. Medical staff fought back tears in down times before moving on to the next victim. Doctors at the hospital say they are desperate for X-ray film.
We really need that because there are a lot of open fractures and closed fractures, and we need to define a conduct with that. And we have a very limited amount of films, so if you can get that, no matter the time, we will appreciate that.
Outside the guarded hospital were tent cities made up of refugees waiting to get treatment. During our trip back to the orphanage, we ran into what seemed to be a riot.
I just seen 2 people laying there lifeless, basically, so I checked for a pulse in one of them and confirmed that there was no pulse. Immediately went to the next one and he was nearly pulseless.
The team determined the situation was too dangerous to stay, so we left. When I returned with 2 locals who wanted to rescue a wounded man, the situation was still intense. The Bosco team does whatever it can to bandage up the man in a makeshift clinic at the orphanage. Team members admit they'd like to do more, but what they are doing is better than nothing. They say they hope their story will encourage others to help the people living in a devastated country in a time of great need. In Haiti, Jason Claspell, Fox 7 News.
Like these natural disasters, I don't know if it's just we're hearing about it more, talk about global warming, but they're definitely more pronounced on the news that we're seeing it.
It is. Well, hopefully those no injuries, hopefully that stays, and no damage. Hopefully that's how it stays after those pair of earthquakes down there in Chile. Let's talk about the weather here.
Weather, Lauren. I don't know if I want to talk about weather.
I
It's
know,
just
I don't
darn
either.
hot
Unless you're going to
outside.
bring us some rain or some cooler temperatures.
Well, I've got
We'll
that.
just skip.
I've got some of that for
Okay.
you. All right, it's warm outside right now. Take a look at that Nunning Heating and Air Tower cam. Overlooking downtown Evansville in the riverfront. Mostly clear skies and a little bit of haze out there, too, as well. 74 degrees right now, and boy, it is muggy out there. The dew point at 70. The humidity at 87%. I mean, it is sticky. It's like that wall you walk out and it hits you. As soon as you go out there, you take that first breath. It's like, I don't want to be outside, and you're not going to want to be outside as we head throughout the day today. Pretty calm wind out there right now. Barometric pressure is at 30.01 and falling. And we'll take a look at temperatures across the area. And mid to upper 70s is the trend. We've got 74 again, Princeton, Vincennes coming in at 74 as well. A little bit warmer, Washington 75, 72 in Huntingburg, but our warm spots down to the south. We've got Central City coming in at 78 degrees, Madisonville 77, a little bit cooler. The good folks there in Carmi 73 as well as McLeansboro, and up to the north. The good folks in Fairfield, Illinois coming in at 73 degrees. Normal highs for this time of year, 89 degrees, so a little bit on the warm side as we head throughout the day today. Nowhere near that record set in 1936 at 106 degrees, but it is going to feel like 106 to 110 degrees across most of the tri-cities as we head throughout the afternoon. We saw the sunrise this morning at 5:39, and we shall see that sunset tonight at 8:12. Taking a look at the big picture, here is our weather maker and the focus of weather across the nation. We've got this cold front working its way into our neck of the woods from the Central Plains. We do see some watch boxes, though, stretching from the northern Midwest, the Great Lakes area, all the way down into Texas. And we do see some severe thunderstorms associated with this up into Wisconsin and northern part of Illinois, working its way into Minnesota as it works its way off to the east. Now, for the Central Plains, we're starting to see that die down, but we could see some isolated strong storms as that works its way into the tri-state. We'll keep our eye on that. Nothing tornadic expected, although there were some isolated tornadoes up to the north, and we did see those tornado watch boxes. Again, that moving at a snail's pace, but it will reach the tri-state, and we will get some relief from the heat as we head throughout the next couple of days, and a little bit of rain associated with that as well. Here's how that plays off. There's that cold front as it works its way down. Winds, very mild winds. We're talking about out of the south, about 6 miles per hour. Best chance for precipitation tonight as that cold front works its way in is we're talking after midnight, maybe 1, 2 a.m. before we start to see those showers and thunderstorms. We'll see that continue throughout the early part of the morning and even into Friday, and then that high pressure works its way in. We're going to see the sunshine as we head into the weekend. So again, the best chance of rain late tonight heading into our Friday, and we could pick up a quarter to a half inch of rain. As far as cloud cover, not a whole lot shaking over the past 12 hours up until about 2 or 3 hours ago. And we see these clouds on the forefront of that system as it works its way in. And again, the precipitation, most of that, and the stronger storms staying up to the north around the Great Lakes. For today, boy, hot and humid. And again, that heat advisory for the tri-state is going to feel like 105 to 110 degrees, 96 degrees for our high with the south wind at about 3 to 6 miles per hour. As we head into tonight, increasing clouds, a few thunderstorms too. They're around 1 to 2 a.m., 75 degrees for our low tonight. For tomorrow, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms continue for the early part of the morning. Then we should see some sunshine at some point in the later part of the afternoon. High tomorrow, seasonable high, 89 degrees. And there's our extended forecast for the weekend, Lauren, 91. But we do start to bounce back up temperature-wise. We're talking by the middle of next week back to 94, 96 degrees. So
get ready.
Yeah, get ready for it.
All right, thanks, Jason.